Okay guys, in this video, I'm gonna give some really good advice for most of the men out there. I'm gonna tell you my 5 favorite fragrances for when you wanna get lucky, when you wanna seal the deal, when you want an irresistible fragrance that the women are just gonna say, okay, you got me. Find out what they are coming up next. Welcome back everybody to JoelTheNose, and I'm here at Osme Perfumery again in Miami, my favorite place to be when I'm not at home. And today's video, my top 5 favorite fragrances right now for when you want to get lucky, okay? I'm gonna keep this PG. This is a fun video, caveat, nothing is gonna, quote, get you lucky. Other than a combination of personality, your energy, obviously chemistry between two people, but these fragrances, firsthand, I can tell you, help, okay? Because smell, as we know, is very important when it comes to chemical reactions and connections between people. For women, other than certain, non-physical things, it's the most important factor in a woman being attracted to a man is his smell. So let's get right off the bat. I'm gonna go probably my #1 fragrance right now as far as just, women love it. And it's the best projecting and longest lasting fragrance I have right now other than maybe Desired by Ella Sire, and that is Ganymede. Ganymede from Marc-Antoine Boadicea. I did a story yesterday where I was literally sitting outdoors at a Hooters restaurant and a dude walked up and said, what is this? Now I know it was a dude, but it's just funny when you hear a guy compliment you on a fragrance at a Hooters, and that's what happened just yesterday with this one. I do have the Extrait. I like the original the best. If I were to pick between the two, the Extrait is really, really intense and heavy for those who want that experience, but if you want something that's gonna literally last and project all day and turn on the women, Ganymede. By the way, the dominant note there for me is Immortelle. Immortelle is a yellow flower that almost has a syrup-like quality, so it's got a almost, not quite gourmand quality. Next, from BDK, this is Vanille Leather, another fragrance that I cannot stop wearing right now. It's also, this is relatively new. Ganymede came out a few years ago. Vanille Leather is one of the newer BDK perfumes. Obviously it is what it says. You've got a lot of vanilla, a lot of leather, but it's not sweet. It's not for example, the Ganymede to me is a little bit sweeter. This one is a little bit more, it's just, I'm trying to think of the word for it. Harsh would never be the word that I would say, but maybe it's, it is? It's a little bit more powdery. It's the violet. There's a nice note of violet in here that mixes with the vanilla and the leather. It's also got, I'm trying to think here, some orange blossoms, some citrus elements in here. So this is a fragrance, when I put it on and I wear it, I get compliments, and I wear it a lot on dates. And again, all these fragrances I can tell you right here have helped me with the ladies, all right? Next, I'm gonna go to one of the newest fragrances also from Arquiste. This is Almond Suede. Almond Suede. Another almost gourmand type fragrance because of that almond note, which is very edible, but you have this kind of like bitter almond at the top. Oof. Oh, I love this fragrance. It just came out, I just started wearing it, but it's already one that when I've worn it on some dates, it's helped me be very successful. It's got saffron in here. Take a look at that bottle, by the way. It's got pine tar, it's got suede, sugar, which gives it, I think that balances out that bitter almond note, and just excellent, excellent fragrance. All right, next I'm gonna go to the newest fragrance in my collection, and that is Lunatique. Lunatique from Liquide Imaginaires. And this is a metallic, almost milky fragrance, okay? My first impression of it when I did an unboxing the other day with Maurice in the last video was that it's weird. Now that I've played with it a few more days, I've seen how appealing this is on my skin when women have smelled it already. So It is, I don't see when I looked at the, after I got the bottle and I looked at the profile, I didn't see any type of lactonic notes or milky notes, but it definitely has it. It has a kind of almost a metallic, milky quality. So check out that bottle. Again, I've mentioned this before, I love the bottles. It's got some iris, it's got some cassis, it's got some, I think, what is it at the top? A little bit of a, I don't know, it's a green note that I can't quite pick out. Also some oud at the base. Very sexy fragrance. Again, sexy time. Could also call this video sexy time video, right? All right, next we're gonna go with fragrance from Boadicea the Victorious. This is Night of Love. Night of Love, their classic Boadicea bottle. This one is a deep emerald green, and there's the name, if you can see it, Night of Love. Juniper, bergamot. It's got violet again. I love violet. I love the fact that violet has made a comeback. It's one of the classic traditional perfumery notes. But this is also kind of very light. This is kind of very fresh. So I think this is a great first date fragrance. And if it goes well on that first date, I don't know how many dates later, but if you're wearing this, again, you might get lucky. And I think it's a fragrance that will help you. It's also got some tobacco notes. It's got some magnolia notes, which is another white flower that's not as sweet to me as, say, gardenia, or even not as animalic as jasmine, but very, very well blended. This is one of those fragrances that none of the individual notes jump out at me. They're very well kind of blended to create this potpourri that is a little bit, to me, fresher, but still long lasting. And again, perfect for those that are trying to get lucky. And lastly, from Miller Harris, this is Scherzo. I assume, and I haven't looked into it, that it's based off of Scheherazade of the Arabian Nights, famous fable, book, play, The 1001 Nights, I believe. She was the queen, Queen Scheherazade. But this is one of the first Miller Harris fragrances that I smelled. This one is not new. This is a little bit older. But I think from talking to the people at Miller Harris before, or maybe it was Maurice who told me, that this is their best-selling fragrance of the line, and they have an amazing line. I'm going to talk more about their fragrances because it's one of those that have come onto the radar to me really in the last year, and I just can't get enough. They just came out with some new fragrances that I'm going to talk about later that blow me away. But if you want a fragrance, this has got this kind of fresh green, classic profile, tangerine. It's got some rose. It's got some oud, but again, not overpowering oud. It's got some like sweet, sugary notes. Again, almost gourmand, but not. Some grounding patchouli notes. I'm gonna actually put this on my skin because I'm probably gonna wear this one today. It just reminds me of something fresh. This reminds me of being in a high-end hotel on the French Riviera or maybe the Italian coast. Maybe just you're walking into a hotel where the hotel's 300 or 400 years old, but it's ultra luxurious, and the smell that you would smell there, just the citrus and the green, and this is, I'm telling you, you put this on and you don't get lucky, then check your personality, or I don't know, check your clothes, or check your body. Something's wrong, because if a girl is interested in you and you're putting that one on, that's all I gotta say. You're gonna be good to go. All right. So again, don't go crazy, people, on this video. It's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. No one perfume's gonna get you, quote, lucky, but these will help. These will help. All right. I'll be back soon with another video. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I love doing this, and I love getting your guys' comments and feedback. I'll be back soon with another video. Peace, love, and perfume.